You're right, bullying does happen to women in male-dominated spaces, whether the target is a man or a woman. Most perpetrators are men. 90% of women bullies target other women. There's 10% that will target another man. The other big issue in male-dominated workplaces is the sexual harassment of women. In this video, I'll give you some stats on all of this. But before we dive into those numbers, I just want to be clear, this is not saying that men are inherently bad or that women are inherently victims. A lot of what we think of as gendered behaviors are not biological, they are socialized, because if you look at other places in the world, there are different experiences. This isn't about biology, this is about power structures. Bullying and harassment are ways to punish women for breaking gender norms and daring to enter a field that is not considered womanly. And the sexual harassment of these women goes up way more. Women in female-dominated fields are much less likely to experience sexual harassment. And men in male-dominated fields are less likely to experience sexual harassment as well, compared to fields that have a gender parity, where it's about equal. But women in male-dominated fields are twice as likely to report assault from a supervisor. The same is not true for men. While both genders report that the most common type of sexual harassment is verbal harassment, women are more likely to report actual physical touch or people brushing up against them than men. But men are also less likely to report when something happens because it's stigmatized for them to come forward, that they should have been strong enough to prevent it. And this is why it's not about gender, it's about social constructions of how we tell people to behave. Men and women are rewarded for different behaviors. Think about the research that I've shared on who's allowed to show anger at work. Men can actually gain status when they show anger at work, especially if they're higher up in status and if they're white. Women lose power, lose status when they show anger at work, particularly Black women. And the impact of harassment isn't even the same. Among people who experience workplace harassment, 13% of women and 8% of men have had to change their job due to the sexual harassment. And this isn't taking into account the psychological toll either. And in this study, sexual harassment was actually higher among Hispanic Latino men than other men, so there is also racial differences here as well. And a lot of this gender difference is hypothesized to be that most people report to a man in power, even in female-dominated fields. The superintendent is usually a man, and until recently, principals were more likely to be men. It's unusual for men to have to report to a woman past a certain level in the organization. So again, it ain't all biology.